In today's episode, I'm going to give you some tough love about your marketing. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for today's episode of Interview Connections TV. I'm going to make this episode short, punchy, and to the point. It's a little bit of tough love because, you know what, a lot of you watching, a lot of us have tried something to market our business and we gave up too soon because we thought it wasn't working. We said, well, I tried that, but it was too hard, or it wasn't a good fit, or I didn't have enough downloads to make it worth it, or nobody was watching my show, or you name it. There are so many excuses out there about why something is not working, and we are constantly moving on to a new bright shiny object. Well, I'm not doing my podcast anymore, so I'm going to do Periscope instead because everyone's on Periscope. Or I'm not going to blog anymore because, you know what, there's not enough hits to my website, so it's just not worth it. And you know what? I call BS on all of that, because if you want to grow a successful business, you need to always be marketing on all different platforms. If you have 5 people listening to your podcast, don't give up because that's not enough, because those 5 people are listening to you, receiving value from you, and could be your next $500 a month client. At Interview Connections, we work with people to get them booked on podcast interviews as a guest expert. It's a great way to reach a new audience, to get in front of your target market, expand your reach, build your list. It's great, but it's something that you've got to keep doing consistently. Getting interviewed on 4 or 5 podcasts and then saying, is this working, and deciding whether to give up or not is not a good mindset, because you're just trying something for a short amount of time and saying, oh, is this working? Marketing is marketing. You've got to keep doing it as long as you want to be growing a successful business. I was booking some clients this week, and I'm going back to shows that I booked people on 2 years ago at Interview Connections, and great shows, fancy websites, everything about it looks, oh, that's a big show, I want to be on that show. And it is astounding how many people quit their shows, how many people stop publishing episodes after a year or 6 months or something like that. So you don't have to be the best. You have to be consistent. You have to be the dependable one that stays around. That's my message. Don't give up. Stick around. Don't be the one that comes up with this amazing podcast, great website, and after 6 months, you move on to something else, because you're sending a message to people that I get distracted, and at 6 months, I might not be doing the thing that you want me to do. So hope that put a fire under your seat and gets you to stick with it, because you're not going to be good when you start out. You're not going to be perfect, and you have to be consistent, stick with it. And the ones who stick with it are the ones that are going to be successful. So if you want to listen to my podcast, weekly episodes dating back to October 2014, not going anywhere, that's at Rhodes2SuccessPodcast.com. And you can learn how you can work with Interview Connections at interviewconnections.com. I am Jessica Rhodes. I'm committed to helping you leverage your brand through the power of authority and expertise. Catch us next Tuesday for another great episode of Interview Connections TV. Take care, everyone.
Can only run over the place on the shoes. Battle up the essence, made a claim.